I'm here with IPFW head cross country coach Mike Fruchey, and Mike, today your schedule is released, and it's a pretty tough schedule. Talk about the schedule in general a little bit for me.
I think it's a good schedule. I did change a few things up from past years. We're starting out with a Hokum Care meet, which I'm real excited about because it's a two-person relay meet where each person does mile intervals, and then you're placed by how your pair finishes. And I think it'll be a great meet to start us off at, as a really good team dynamic or team building meet. So I'm excited about that. And then we have some great competition this year. We go to Notre Dame again, which our kids really like. It's a fast course. And we're going to Bradley again, which was great for our team last year. So it's definitely a good schedule where we're racing, and we have some weekend breaks in there. I think we're trying to get every 2-week kind of racing in throughout the season, and sometimes that's more doable than other times. But I think we've definitely put in some off weekends in there for the kids to really emphasize the training part of it, so that they're great at the end of the season when we need them to be.
And looking at the schedule, you go to Indiana, to Notre Dame, Florida, Orlando for the Disney Cross Country Classic, and Bradley. Those 4 meets leading up to the Summit League Championships. Talk about your philosophy in trying to schedule that kind of competition heading into the Summit League Championships.
Well, we have to have a tough schedule, and it's what I've done with teams in the past. If we're going to be competitive at the conference meet and at the NCAA regional, we cannot just be in small meets. You just get crushed at the conference meet if you do that. You have to be willing to risk, and girls have to be able to, and guys have to be able to go out there and run against great teams and get excited about that. And then I think they'll be mentally ready for conference. But we'll certainly, we see IU and Purdue at the Indiana Intercollegiate meet. Notre Dame will be its typical, high quality meet. Bradley, we went for the first time last year, had a bunch of great Division I teams, and was great for our team. We had great competition in that meet. It's on a golf course that's just beautiful, and so that was a great meet for us last year. So we definitely, I think, have a schedule that will help us be competitive when we want to be at the conference and then regional meet.
Now, you host your traditional IPFW Invitational in September, but this year the team hosts the Summit League Championships at the end of the season. What kind of impact does that give to a team knowing that the championships are on their own course?
It's real exciting, and we're going to be doing a little bit higher percentage of our interval work on, we always do it on grass, but we're going to do a higher percentage of it on the course. So we really just emphasize every kilometer of that course. And we've redesigned the courses a little bit. Our home meet generally always had the 5K, and then had the 8K for the men, but we took the men to the riverside of the property, and for our conference meet, we redesigned. We're going to be at 6 kilometers for the women, so we've added a kilometer to the 5K course. And for the men, we've redesigned a course to do 2 large 4K loops where we can keep them on the main cross-country course and not cross the concrete bridges over to the river. So I think that'll be a little bit better course for the men. I think the coaches will like that, and so they'll be able to see their teams a little bit more. But we're excited about hosting. You only get everybody takes their turn at hosting and cross, and so you just get very few opportunities. What I've told the kids, some kids have ran for me and never got to be hosting a conference meet, and you're really fortunate if you are, when it's only once every 8 or 9 years. And so we're just really excited about hosting. I think the kids are going to be really pumped up, and they're going to get after it even more than they typically would, being at home and really wanting to defend the home course. So excited about that.
And then we're about a little over a month away from the start of the season. Talk a little bit about the expectations you have on the team, first on the women's side.
I have great expectations on the women's side. I'm really looking forward to it. We have 5 seniors. That's probably the biggest senior group that I've ever had, and 5 seniors who at different times in their careers have had really fast times on both track and cross. And so it's a matter of those 5 pulling together and having their great races on the same days. And I'm tremendously excited about how those 5 can go out for us, especially as we're hosting the conference meet. I think it's going to be a wonderful opportunity for them to close out their careers in a great way. And so not only do we have those 5 seniors on the girls team, we had 2 excellent freshmen last year in Andrea Bell and Katie Simmons, and both of those girls are back and I know are training a lot to get ready for this season. So I think our top 7 is going to be really tough to be in. Our incoming freshmen, we did get a good freshman recruiting class, but it's going to be a challenge for them to get into that top 7. It is not going to be easy. This is going to be a tough year to be varsity on the girls' side of things. So like I said, I'm really excited about the seniors. I didn't really mention them, but that's Maya Ayers, Yulia Jazinski, Caleb Boys, Rachel Zacher, Jordan Tomachek, all very accomplished runners. And again, we just have to do it on the same day. But we were talking about this in outdoor track, how if they really got together, we could have that whole 5, between say 18 minutes and 18:30 at Notre Dame, and that would be a pretty tough 5. So I'm excited about them. On the men's side, we were young last year. We were led by 3 freshmen. Those 3 freshmen are all back. They did great in their freshman years or freshman year last year, and as they continue their development, which they should be even stronger and better this year. It's a big difference with the men and the women. The men are going up from high school from 5K to 8K, and the women are only, they're running 5K in high school, and then in college they're going up to 6K. But the 1 kilometer difference is not that much. 3 kilometers difference is a big deal for the men. And so those freshmen did a great job last year, but we got a great transfer last year in Garrett Gleckler. He did a great job. And then we've got another transfer coming in this year, Paul Smith, also from Malone College, and a great program who I think will impact the team. So I think on the men's side, we got 5th-year senior Taylor Crowell back, and really excited for Taylor. He was injured last year, but he won our time trial at camp last year, at cross-country camp that we have, our preseason camp. And we didn't have him all year then, basically, because of his injury. So he's back, along with those returning sophomores. And again, like I said, Garrett Gleckler and Paul Smith. So I think the men's team, while not as deep as the women's team, has the opportunity to be just as successful. And I know, like I said, that they are training well, preparing themselves, and we'll just see where we can get to. But we will be definitely better than last year. And how much ground you can make up in endurance training, it just takes time. And we're certainly gonna, all those guys will PR this year, as well as the women. It's just how much we'll get out of those PRs. But I'm excited, and I know the team's very excited about what we can get accomplished this year.